Okay, everybody, we're back. We're back with a brand new setup. This time I'm gonna let my viewers decide. So, what I have done, I've got the 72 volt, 40 amp hour battery there to your left. And so what I've purchased is a gear driven motor. This motor here is a QS 138 gear driven motor, 4,000 watt. I have a 16 tooth, and I'll also have the original tooth that came on it. I think it was 13 tooth, which is right here. 13 tooth, okay. So this is the question I have for y'all. And I'm going to wait to build this for a few weeks until I get some comments on it. So it's not gonna be the first comment that comes up, but it is gonna be basically what I'm gonna try to do is either a mini bike setup, which I have everything here for the mini bike, which will be strong because it's gear driven, but anyways, let's see. So actually I got a gear driven and I got a regular motor. So we could really go all the way with this and say that I could do either one, but I haven't been able to figure it out on my end yet. So we got the handlebar grips, the wiring kit for the handlebar grips, speed throttle. That's gonna hook everything up if I wanted to do a motorcycle or a, already have a motorcycle. But if I wanna do a mini bike or a dune buggy. So on this side, I have a wiring harness and a foot pedal. And of course the gear driven motor, I got the display and I got the far driver controller. So with this setup, I have either a foot pedal setup, which is like a go-kart dune buggy, or a mini bike, dirt bike setup. Now the reason why I said I have two motors here is because this motor here is gear driven and it does about full throttle with the gear setup on a dirt bike. This motor with this, all this setup here with this far driver, blah, blah, blah. This right here, can't believe I just said blah, 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 but anyways, sorry about that. This here is the gear driven one, is the 4,000 watt, and it does about 45, 50 mile an hour top speed, but it has a lot of torque in the beginning. I want to put it on here because I had it already on here and it was really, really powerful. But I just needed to find someone that made a 35 or a 38 or something to sprocket to where I can get it to where I had more speed and less torque with the other motor that's up there on the bench. This motor here is not a gear driven. It's the same exact motor though. It's a QS 138, not gear driven, 4,000 watt motor. This motor, it goes, I've had it 73 miles an hour and I still had it like a quarter of throttle to go. So it really goes fast, but it doesn't have that beginning initial. I took it to test drive it in some trails last weekend. Those trails were sandy and had whoop-de-woos, so you were going over whoop-de-woos constantly. And on top of the fact that it was whoop-de-woos, the sand was like 4 to 6 inches thick, like deep. So it was real soft powdered sand in these trails. So it overworked itself because it don't have the low end, it only has the top end. So I want to take this motor back off because I'm not going to be using it for street use. It works great on the street, plenty of power on the street, but not for off-road use. Off-road use going uphill, over ramps, jumps, through thick sand, it doesn't like it. So here in the next week, I'm going to be removing this motor, putting this gear-driven motor back on this bike. So I'm going to have this motor here for either one of these setups. Now, if I do go with this setup, with this foot pedal, and I decide to put it on this dune buggy looking thing that I have, that I want to rebuild completely and do. So if I decide to put it on there, then of course I will not be using this motor here. I will be ordering another one of these motors, so that way I can use, if y'all decide to do, say you want to do the dune buggy, then I'll use the dune buggy setup with the brand new, I'll go ahead and order another one of these motors and we'll do a gear driven motor. If I want to do a mini bike, if y'all want me to do a mini bike one, like a Coleman mini bike or old school mini bike, I can use either this motor and have it really torquey and riding wheelies everywhere with it, and scary, but only go 45, 50 on the mini bike, or I can use this motor because this motor will be available at that time because, like I said, I'm putting that motor in here, and I'm going to order another one of those just in case y'all say you want me to do this over here. I can have the gear driven in here and have the gear driven inside the dune buggy. So yeah, that's what this video is about. I'm just wanted to post this because I have not figured out what I want to do. I have a dune buggy, kind of. It's a single seater dune buggy, single seater dune buggy, old school dune buggy looking thing. I do have a new axle coming for it, some new tires, new shocks, and I have everything to do with it. The battery box is already built. So, I mean, really in reality, this is almost basically just hooking up the motor and electronics and connecting everything to get this dune buggy working. So I might, if y'all decide and say, you know, you want me to do dune buggy, then I'll do dune buggy. If you want me to do mini bike, I'll do mini bike. But if you want me to do both, then I'm gonna have to order another one of those motors because that motor's going here. So that way I'll have two motors so I can do a mini bike and the dune buggy. But yeah, anyways, just wanted to show y'all that. Give me some likes, some subscribes, share with some friends, and put in the comments what you would like for me to do and let me know. And we'll go from there. I'll give y'all first video of it and everything and see how it goes. So that's what we got. And like I said, this motor's coming off. That motor is going back onto there, which will be videos of that. This motor, I've did this swapped already before, but the reason why I did the swap again is because I'm riding on a road where I live, and this works really well on the road with these high speeds. And here in South Carolina, there's laws about 750, this and that, but the cops really don't bother you if you're on electric. If it's a dirt bike and it's loud, they bother you. But if you think about it, they don't even hear it. They don't know it's coming. If they don't know it's coming, people won't complain about it. People don't know what's not there in front of them. They don't care. So that's what I love about these electric off-road four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and go-karts and dune buggies. They're super quiet. You can go out and rip it in your streets and stuff, and nobody knows, so no one cares. If that was a motor that was loud and screaming up and down the road, your neighbors would hate you. You get cops called on you. You get in trouble. So I used to be a motor gear guy, and now I am electric because electric has been super quiet and super fun, and I can do it all the time. I don't have to take it to a track. I can go out in my front yard and rip it, and my neighbors don't know. So anyways, catch y'all on the next video.